Hey Golden Vitality family, ever felt those moments of loneliness creep in after 60? You're not alone, but you don't have to stay there. In today's video, we'll gently uncover how natural intimacy in its many beautiful forms can help reconnect you to yourself, your loved ones, and your joy. Stay tuned. Your heart deserves this. Hello, and a very warm welcome to you from all of us here at Golden Vitality. We're so glad you're spending this time with us. We believe that life, especially in our vibrant 60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond, is a journey meant to be lived with connection, purpose, and joy. Feeling connected to others, to our communities, and even to ourselves is fundamental to our well-being. Yet, we know that feelings of loneliness can sometimes creep in during these later chapters. Today, we want to talk gently and openly about combating loneliness, exploring the powerful role that natural intimacy, in its many wonderful forms, can play in keeping our hearts full and our spirits bright. Our conversation aims to be supportive, informative, and uplifting, like a chat with a caring friend or counselor. Please remember, while we offer insights and encouragement, your own journey is unique. If you're struggling significantly with loneliness or your emotional health, please do reach out to your doctor, a counselor, or a trusted healthcare provider. They are always your best resource for personalized support. Life unfolds in beautiful and sometimes challenging ways as we age. We gather a lifetime of experiences, wisdom hard-earned and memories cherished. Perhaps you find deep contentment nurturing your garden, witnessing the quiet miracle of seeds becoming blossoms or food. Maybe it's the irreplaceable joy of hearing your grandchildren's laughter, sharing stories that bridge generations. Perhaps you find a renewed sense of purpose volunteering at the local library or hospital, sharing your skills and warmth. Or maybe it's the simple, profound peace found in reading a captivating book, taking a walk in nature, or sharing coffee and conversation with a dear friend. These connections, to nature, to family, to community, to passions, enrich our lives immeasurably. Yet even amidst these blessings, feelings of loneliness can surface. It's a common human experience, and certainly not unique to later life. But it can sometimes feel more pronounced as our circumstances change. The loss of a beloved spouse or partner, dear friends moving away or passing on, children grown and busy with their own lives, retiring from a long-held career, or perhaps facing physical limitations that make getting out and about more challenging. All these transitions can sometimes leave gaps where connection used to be. It's so important to acknowledge that feeling lonely is not a sign of weakness or failure. It's a natural human signal, like hunger or thirst, telling us that a fundamental need, the need for connection, isn't being fully met. And just like we wouldn't ignore hunger, it's vital we don't ignore loneliness, because feeling connected is deeply tied to both our mental and physical health. Studies have shown that chronic loneliness can impact our mood, sleep, immune system, and even heart health. It can sap our motivation and make it harder to stay active and engaged. But here's the hopeful truth. Loneliness is not an inevitable part of aging. It's something we can actively address and combat. And one of the most powerful antidotes lies in cultivating what we might call natural intimacy. Now, when we hear the word intimacy, our minds might immediately jump to romantic relationships or sexual activity. And while those can certainly be part of the picture for some, natural intimacy is a much broader, richer concept. Think of it like tending a diverse garden. It needs more than just one type of nutrient to truly flourish. Natural intimacy encompasses all the ways we connect deeply and authentically with others, with the world around us, and yes, even with ourselves. It's about closeness, understanding, shared feelings, physical comfort, and genuine presence. Let's explore the different facets of this natural intimacy and see how nurturing each one can help fill those spaces where loneliness might try to settle in. Emotional intimacy, the heart's connection. This is the intimacy of shared feelings, deep understanding, and mutual trust. It's about having someone you can talk to honestly, without fear of judgment. Someone who truly listens and tries to understand your perspective, and for whom you do the same. It's sharing not just the updates of your day, but also your hopes, your worries, your memories, your joys. How it combats loneliness. Emotional intimacy creates a profound sense of being seen, heard, and valued for who you truly are. It reassures you that you are not alone in your experiences, that someone else cares about your inner world. This validation is a powerful buffer against feelings of isolation. Cultivating it. Nurture existing bonds. Make regular time for meaningful conversations with family members or longtime friends. Go beyond surface-level chat. Ask open-ended questions. Share something personal yourself. Schedule regular phone calls or video chats if distance is a factor. Seek new connections. Join a book club, a discussion group, a senior center program, or a faith community where conversations are encouraged. Strike up conversations with neighbors or people you meet during volunteer activities. You might be surprised by the connections waiting to be made. Practice active listening. Truly focus on what the other person is saying, both verbally and non-verbally. Show empathy. Reflect back what you hear to ensure understanding. Being a good listener is often the first step to building deeper connections. Allow vulnerability appropriately. Sharing vulnerabilities builds trust and deepens relationships. This doesn't mean oversharing with everyone, but allowing trusted individuals to see your authentic self fosters true closeness. Think of emotional intimacy like the deep roots of a sturdy tree. It grounds you and provides stability, reminding you that you are part of a network of care and understanding. Physical. Affection and touch, the comfort of connection. Humans are wired for touch. From the moment we are born, physical contact conveys safety, comfort, and love. This need doesn't diminish with age. A simple hug, a reassuring hand on the shoulder, holding hands. These gestures communicate care and connection in a way words sometimes cannot. How it combats loneliness. Physical touch releases oxytocin, that wonderful cuddle hormone we've mentioned before. Oxytocin lowers stress hormones, promotes feelings of calm and bonding, and literally makes us feel more connected and less alone. In a world that can sometimes feel isolating, a warm touch can be incredibly grounding and reassuring. Cultivating. It embrace hugs. Don't underestimate the power of a good hug. Offer them freely, appropriately of course, to family and friends, and be open to receiving them. Ask for a hug if you need one. Sometimes people are happy to oblige, but unsure if it's welcomed. Simple gestures. Holding hands with a grandchild, a gentle pat on the back for a friend, even a warm handshake can convey connection. Pets. The companionship of a pet, stroking a cat's fur, petting a dog, provides significant physical comfort and affection, combating loneliness for many seniors living alone. The rhythmic motion of petting can be very soothing. Consider professional touch, if comfortable. A gentle massage or even a regular haircut or manicure involves safe, professional touch that can feel comforting and affirming. Community interactions. Participating in activities like group exercise classes, like gentle yoga or tai chi, or dancing can involve incidental, appropriate physical contact that contributes to a sense of belonging. Physical affection is like a warm blanket on a chilly day. It provides immediate comfort, security, and a tangible reminder that you are cared for. Sensual intimacy, connecting. Through the senses, this form of intimacy is less about direct physical contact and more about sharing and appreciating sensory experiences, heightening our awareness of the world around us, and often connecting us through that shared appreciation. It's about being present to the beauty, comfort, and pleasure available through sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch in everyday life. How it combats loneliness. Engaging our senses fully helps ground us in the present moment, counteracting the tendency to dwell on isolating thoughts or worries about the past or future. Sharing these sensory experiences with others creates a subtle but powerful bond. Appreciating the same beautiful sunset, savoring a delicious meal together, listening intently to the same piece of music. It fosters connection through shared presence and appreciation. Cultivating it. Savor meals. Pay attention to the flavors, textures, and aromas of your food, whether eating alone or with others. Sharing a meal and talking about the food can be a wonderful bonding experience. Appreciate nature. Take time to notice the color of the flowers in your garden, the sound of birdsong, the smell of rain, the feeling of sunshine on your skin. Maybe share these observations with a friend or neighbor. Go for walks together and point out things you notice. Enjoy music. Listen actively to music you love. Attend a concert or listen with a friend, sharing your reactions. Music has a powerful ability to evoke emotion and connection. Comforting textures. Surround yourself with textures that feel good. A soft blanket, a comfortable sweater, the smooth wood of a favorite chair. Engage in creative arts. Activities like painting, pottery, knitting, or even arranging flowers engage your senses and can be done in groups, fostering connection through shared creative expression. Sensual intimacy is like adding 4. Self-intimacy and self-connection. Befriending yourself. This might be one of the most crucial forms of intimacy, especially when facing moments of loneliness. It's about developing a kind, compassionate, and understanding relationship with yourself. It involves knowing your own needs, honoring your feelings, practicing self-care, and finding comfort and contentment within your own company. How it combats loneliness. When you have a strong, positive relationship with yourself, you are less dependent on external validation to feel worthy or whole. You become your own source of comfort and companionship. This inner resourcefulness makes periods of solitude feel less like loneliness and more like peaceful quietude. It builds resilience against the pangs of isolation. Cultivating it. Self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a dear friend who is struggling. Acknowledge your feelings without judgment. Remind yourself that it's okay to not be okay sometimes. Mindfulness and presence. Practice simply being aware of your thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations without getting carried away by them. This helps you understand yourself better and feel more grounded. Gentle breathing exercises can be very helpful. Engage in self-care. Prioritize activities that nourish your body and soul. Getting enough rest, eating well, moving your body, gently spending time on hobbies you love purely for the enjoyment they bring. Journaling. Writing down your thoughts and feelings can be a powerful way to process emotions, gain clarity, and feel heard, even if only by yourself. Connecting with your body. Pay attention to your body's needs for comfort and relaxation. This might involve gentle stretching, taking warm baths, or simply finding comfortable ways to rest. For some, comfortable, gentle self-touch can be a form of self-soothing and self-connection. It's about acknowledging your physical self with kindness. Considering self-pleasure, if desired. For some individuals, exploring self-pleasure, masturbation, can be a part of self-intimacy. Approached mindfully, it can be a way to connect with one's own body, understand its capacity for pleasure, and experience the release of stress-reducing, mood-boosting natural chemicals like endorphins and oxytocin. This isn't about replacing partnered intimacy, but rather about acknowledging and tending to one's own capacity for comfort and release, which can be particularly relevant if living alone or without a sexual partner. It's a private choice, and if it feels right and comfortable, it can be seen as another form of self-care and self-connection, helping to affirm vitality and provide internal comfort. It's just one thread in the larger tapestry of self-intimacy, and only relevant if it aligns with your personal values and desires. Self-intimacy is like tending your own inner garden. By nurturing it with kindness, attention, and care, you create a source of inner strength, peace, and resilience that helps you weather any storm, including bouts of loneliness. Taking action. Practical steps to weave more connection into your eye. Life understanding the different forms of intimacy is the first step. The next is actively seeking ways to cultivate them. Reach out. Don't wait for others to always initiate contact. Pick up the phone, send an email or text, suggest meeting for coffee or a walk. Sometimes the first step feels hardest, but it often yields wonderful results. Explore community resources. Senior centers, libraries, community colleges, places of worship, and volunteer organizations offer a wealth of opportunities for social interaction, learning, and contributing. Find activities that genuinely interest you. A shared interest is a great starting point for connection. Think about classes, art, exercise, technology, clubs, cards, gardening, walking, or support groups. Embrace technology mindfully. Video calls, like FaceTime or Zoom, can bridge physical distance with family and friends, allowing you to see faces and feel more connected than a phone call alone. Social media can help you keep up with loved ones and reconnect with old friends, but use it intentionally. Focus on meaningful interaction rather than passive scrolling. Online groups centered around hobbies can also foster connection. Volunteer. Sharing your time and skills to help others is incredibly rewarding and a fantastic way to meet people and feel part of something larger than yourself. Hospitals, schools, animal shelters, food banks, the opportunities are endless. Be open to new friendships. It's never too late to make new friends. Be curious about the people you encounter. Smile, make eye contact, ask open-ended questions. Friendships can blossom in unexpected places. Consider a pet, if practical. For many, the unconditional love and companionship of a pet is a powerful antidote to loneliness. Ensure you can realistically meet the pet's needs for care. Nurture intergenerational connections. Spending time with younger people, grandchildren, neighbors, volunteers, can bring fresh energy and perspectives, while sharing your wisdom can be deeply fulfilling. Ask for help when needed. If mobility, transportation, or health issues are limiting your ability to connect, don't hesitate to ask family, friends, neighbors, or community services for assistance. People often want to help but don't know how unless you ask. Overcoming the hurdles. It's natural to feel hesitant sometimes. Shyness, fear of rejection, hearing or vision difficulties, or simply feeling low on energy can feel like barriers. Start small. You don't have to become a social butterfly overnight. Aim for one small connection each day, a brief chat with the mail carrier, a phone call to a relative, attending one short activity. Focus on quality, not quantity. A few deep, meaningful connections are often more fulfilling than many superficial ones. Be patient and persistent. Building relationships takes time. Don't get discouraged if connections don't happen instantly. Keep putting yourself out there gently. Acknowledge limitations. Find alternatives. If hearing loss makes group conversations difficult, suggest meeting one-on-one in a quiet place. If mobility is an issue, invite people to visit you or explore online connection options. Connection, fueling vitality and independence. Feeling connected and less lonely isn't just about feeling happier. It's fundamentally linked to our overall health, vitality, and ability to live independently. When we feel connected, our mental health improves. Rates of depression and anxiety decrease. Cognitive function can stay sharper. Our physical health benefits. Stress reduction improves heart health and immune function. We may sleep better. We feel more motivated. Having social plans or feeling needed encourages us to stay active, eat well, and take care of ourselves. We have stronger support systems. In times of need, having people to rely on is crucial for navigating challenges and maintaining independence. Cultivating natural intimacy in all its forms is an investment in your total well-being. It's about actively choosing connection over isolation, fullness over emptiness. Your path to connection. Combating loneliness in later life isn't about chasing constant companionship. It's about finding and nurturing authentic connections that resonate with you. It's about understanding that intimacy is a rich spectrum, from the deep sharing of emotional intimacy, the simple comfort of physical affection, the shared appreciation of sensual intimacy, to the vital relationship you cultivate with yourself through self-intimacy. By tending to these different facets, you weave a stronger, more resilient social and emotional fabric around yourself. You build inner resources and outer support systems that help you navigate the inevitable changes of life with grace and courage. Remember, you are worthy of connection, and the capacity for intimacy, in its many beautiful forms, resides within you and around you, waiting to be nurtured. Thank you for sharing this time with us at Golden Vitality. We hope this exploration of natural intimacy and its role in combating loneliness has felt supportive and empowering. The journey of aging is best traveled with connection. We encourage you to reflect on the different ways intimacy shows up in your life and perhaps explore new avenues for connection that feel right for you. If feelings of loneliness are persistent or overwhelming, please reach out for support. Talk to your doctor, a counselor, a faith leader, or a trusted friend or family member. You don't have to navigate these feelings alone. Be kind to yourself. Stay open to connection and continue to embrace the richness and potential of your life. Be well.